Hello everybody, this is Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo, and today's video is all about seashell jewelry. So usually when most of us go to the beach, we like to look at the shells. And I bet most of us even like to take a few of them home. And we probably look for those that are perfect, maybe that have a little hole in it because they're easy to make into a piece of jewelry. But how many of us overlook seashell fragments? You know, the ones that have been broken. I bet most of us don't even bother to look at them. I actually love looking at the seashell fragments. Look at the beautiful colors. And you know, when I look at them, I don't look at them as a piece of broken shell. I look at them as something that has been tossed and turned. It's been going through some trials. And I see a beautiful piece of jewelry, actually. Let me show you some examples. This one right here. I found this, in fact, all of these shells, most of them, I think all the ones except for one that I'm going to show you, came from the Cape Canaveral, Cocoa Beach, Florida area. That is close to where I grew up, and I'm living in Louisiana now, but I go to visit my family, and we always go to the beach, and I look for the broken shells. Now, granted, yes, I do look for some that aren't broken, but I really enjoy getting these and putting them in a piece of jewelry. Here, I've got some quartz and mother of pearl. And then I just whipped up a little pair of earrings with some starfish on them, and you have a gorgeous set. This seashell is probably pretty old because it has been tossed around so much that it's actually very smooth. This one is a lot like that too. Very smooth, no sharp edges at all. But I saw a little bit of pink in this shell, so I just got some very light pink wire and I wired it up. And then I put some Amazonite and some glass beads and added a brass chain to it. And we have this gorgeous piece. This is actually one of my favorite pieces. It's one of my personal pieces, and I wear it quite often. Another personal piece of mine is this one. I love the striations in that. And it, again, it's very nice, rounded. It's not sharp at all. And I added a various conglomeration of beads. We have freshwater pearl, glass beads, mother of pearl, Amazonite, and so forth. And again, I used brass chain. And this is another one of my personal favorites that I wear quite often. Here's another one that's very similar to the one I just showed you. I have not listed it in my shop. I just made it and kind of put it aside, and I probably should list it. It's really pretty. Look at the colors in that. And I just wired it up with silver tone wire. Again, I've got all these different beads. We've got mostly they're glass, got mother of pearl, and this would really go with whatever you want to wear. This one I wear a lot. Again, it's one of my personal ones. I've had this for, a good probably 10 years, and I wear it a lot. Isn't this a fun shell? I think it's the top of a conch. And it was very easy to wire up and just add these beads and some brass chain to it. And it goes with a lot of my clothes. Now this particular necklace, very boho. In fact, a lot of these are boho, but this is extremely boho. I just took some hemp and crocheted it, and I made a lanyard. Back in the day before COVID, when we would do a lot of cruising, I wore this a lot as my lanyard to put my ID card on. And I just took some, these are all oyster shells, and they had these big holes. So I just tied the hemp to it, and it's okay if it gets wet and sweaty. It's easy to wash this, very durable, and again, one of my favorite pieces to wear. About a year or so ago, I did a bead swap, and my bead suit partner, oh, she was such a good partner, she sent me all these fun beads. And I had this seashell, and I just wired it up. Now this is more of a more perfect seashell. I had a little chip right there, but it already had nope, it didn't have a hole in it. I just wired it up. But I wear this quite often also. There's so many fun things you can do with seashells. Here's another shell I found. Isn't this funky? I just love it. Beautiful on that side. And I have not listed this. I made this a couple of years ago, and I probably should put it in my Etsy shop. What do you think? It's very steampunk. It's got these little gear beads. And then we have a matching pair of earrings to go with it. The last necklace I want to show you is actually the one I have on. Several years ago, my sister and I, we were on a cruise, and we went to a beach in St. Martin, and there weren't a whole lot of seashells around, but I did find this seashell, and I decided to go ahead and bring it home, and I put it into this necklace. Let's see, I just wired it up, and so I have this little souvenir that reminds me of the time that my sister and I spent in St. Martin on the beach. And I just added some pink glass pearls. We got those in Puerto Rico, and some crackle agate and some crystals. And I have this fun little souvenir. Also, notice the earrings. These are made from seashells. These actually already had holes in them. Let's get the other one down. They're not going to be exact, but they were pretty close. So I just put jump rings in there and put them on some ear wires and had me some fun little earrings. Anyway, I just wanted to show you some ideas on jewelry that you could make with seashells. You don't just necessarily have to just stick them on a piece of string or even just a chain. You can beat them up and make them look beautiful. Seashell fragments are just as gorgeous as the whole ones too. And you know what? Maybe they'll kind of remind you that when you go through your own trials, you can become beautiful just like these seashells did. We can all learn from our trials. Anyway, tell me what you think. Have you made some seashell jewelry lately? I hope you give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Mostly though, I hope you all have a fantastically wonderful day. This is Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo signing out for now. Bye-bye.